Hey, it's Arit here. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you haven't stumbled upon this channel before. Every week I release a music promotion tip for artists like myself who are trying to promote their own music online. So today what I have for you pertains specifically to those of you who are running ads for your music or who are thinking about running ads. Maybe you've saved up a budget and you know you want to do Facebook ads or Instagram ads or something like that, direct marketing strategies in order to get more traffic to your music, whether it's on YouTube or Spotify. And I'm filming this video because I had someone message me on Instagram and they were saying, you know, I have this money, but I don't know where to throw it at. I don't know whether to hire a marketing agency for my music. I don't know whether to just learn YouTube ads, which, by the way, we have a video on the channel if you haven't watched it already on how to run in-video ads to your music on YouTube. You can check that out. I'll put it in the description below. And they were like, I have so many different directions I can go with this now that I've saved up this money, but I don't know yet if my music is even good enough. And that caught my attention because you can throw $1 million at an ad campaign and you won't get the results that you want if your music isn't quote unquote good enough. So what does that mean? What is good enough? Because that is such a subjective thing. Well, getting feedback from your mom, your dad, or your closest friends isn't exactly an unbiased review of your music, right? So what I highly recommend if you're in a place where you know you want to run ads eventually to your music to get more traffic in, but you want to make sure that your dollars go farther and they're actually spent well, because you have to make sure that your music is of quality. Because if it's not, you really will be just wasting your money. So if you're in that state and you want to really get some good feedback on your music, I highly suggest getting unbiased feedback on your music. Now you can do this with a site that I discovered called Crowd Review. And Crowd Review is really AudioKite. If some of you may have heard of AudioKite, it used to be its own thing, but then Reverbnation bought out AudioKite and then they integrated this thing into their platform. So it's called Crowd Review and it's actually an integrated tool in Reverbnation. So if you have a Reverbnation account, you already have access to this tool. If not, you'll need to sign up for an account. And once you sign in to your account, you'll just need to go to Tools over here and then go to Crowd Reviews. And you'll come to this page where you can check out how this works. Now, who is reviewing your music? Who are these people that are reviewing your music? These are average music listeners who are actually getting paid to listen with intention, like to actually listen to each song and provide constructive feedback on your music. So it says right here, get your song heard by a targeted sample of real music fans and measure their thoughts and feelings in a customizable research report. So your music is being compared up against all of the music in your specific genre that is on Reverbnation. So you will get to see how your music compares to other songs in your genre. And you can see here, you can discover what people really think about your music. That's why this is so valuable to get real feedback, because, you know, if someone tells you that like the production quality isn't good, or, you know, I'm not really understanding what's being said in the song, or this song doesn't feel right, you can kind of get to see where your song stands in terms of quality as a whole against other music that's already out there. And that is critical, because you need to know that your music is at least 60% and above, out of 100%, obviously, to qualify for getting a chance to know whether your music is going to do well when you start running those ads. So this is a really cool tool. It allows you to get really detailed insights in a number of different areas. So they have like a standard insight report, and then they have, I think they have a sample one up here, right here. So they have a standard where you don't have to pay extra, And then if you really want a detailed analysis on your songwriting, on your audience, production quality, and commercial potential, then you need to pay a little bit extra for each of these things. But in the standard insight, they give you this rating, and you really want to be in the top. You want to be above 50 in the 50th percentile, but really you want to really try to aim for 60 and above. So a score of 6.0 and above. If you find you're in the below the 50th percentile, then that's when you got to go back to the drawing board, figure out what's wrong, pay attention to the feedback, what people are saying, to figure out what your next step is going to be in terms of, should you be spending more money on production quality, or should you take a songwriting class, or you know what I mean? Like you'll have that really detailed feedback to know where you want to go with this. So this is a standard insight. Like I said, you get to know a bunch of these things. Would you want to hear the song again? What people are mostly saying about your song, and you're going to get these reviews and their scores as well. So that was a standard insight, and you can come in here and check out specifically what each of these things are. Like what do you get in the songwriting analysis? What do you get in the audience identification? Which, by the way, you have to get this. The audience identification will be especially important when you're running ads, because you need to target your audience. Well, eventually, when you start running ads, the whole purpose is to find your target audience and get that cost per click as low as possible. So if you already have a little bit of background information on who your audience is, then you can right off the bat use that as your targeting variables. So, your age, the devices that they're listening to, where they're from, what genres they listen to, all that kind of stuff is going to be super important for running ads. So like I said, you can come in here and look at in detail, but what you want to do is go down here, go to get reviews, and then right off the bat, you can start getting your song reviewed. So your songs, they already need to be on Reverbnation, and if they're not, then you can, when you get a Reverbnation account, you can easily upload your music. So all of those songs that you have uploaded to Reverbnation will be in here ready to go. So you just need to click on one of them and then go next, and then it will give you the price per song. So I'm only doing the one song here, and it's asking you how many reviews you want. So I would recommend getting way more than, I would recommend at least 100 reviews if you can, but if you can't, then 50 at the very least, because this won't give you an accurate representation, an accurate enough representation of your music, because it's just 25 people. So really try to go for one of these. And then when you hit next, you're going to select those if you want a more in-depth analysis, like I mentioned. This songwriting analysis is also important. So for sure the audience, but songwriting analysis is also significant because it allows you, if you don't already know, to find out who people are comparing you to, like what other artists do you sound like. And that's going to be really important if, for example, you haven't submitted your song yet to Spotify or for distribution. That stuff's going to be really important for when you input that song to be submitted for distribution, because it's part of the, the keywords, the description, all that kind of stuff. And even in the way that you market the song as well, if you can compare yourself and say, if you like this artist and this artist, and you'll like this song. People like to make associations with your music from what they already know. So if they already know they like this artist, then they'll more likely listen to your music. So that as well, if you don't know who you sound like and you want that extra feedback, I highly recommend going with that. Everything else is, it's up to you. I'm going to choose this. I know the production quality is down for this song, so I'm going to leave that out. And then you can also do a rush in one business day, and you check out. So it all adds up, right? It's better to invest your money into getting this feedback first rather than putting this money right away into ads, because like I said, you're not going to know. That money may just be going to waste. You'll just be spinning your wheels if your song is not of actual quality to begin with. So once you've adjusted all those things, you can come in here and check out either with PayPal or credit card, complete your purchase. And it usually takes, you'll get your results back within 3 to 5 business days if you haven't already selected the rush option for the 1 business day turnaround. So this is just something to think about before you start putting money into running ads. I think that money that you invest in your ads will go farther if you first have this feedback and you know that you have a solid foundation first. So let me know what you guys think about this. Have you tried crowd reviews? Just put those comments down below. And if you found this video helpful, guys, I would love a thumbs up, and make sure you subscribe for more music promotion tips if that's what you're into. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.